Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Katelyn, and today we are filming another book challenge video. I'm very excited. Cooper's coming down to join us this morning. Come here, baby. The reason I keep saying good morning is because it is in fact 6:30 in the morning, so everybody is slowly waking up. Austin's still upstairs sleeping, so that's why I'm kind of talking quiet, but we are here. Come here, baby. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this morning we are starting a new challenge, a new book challenge, and I'm very excited. If there's one thing about me, it's that I guess I'm very competitive with not many other people, just with myself. So I'm like, I need a challenge. So we did the swapping my screen time for reading challenge, and today we are facing the ultimate challenge. We're going right into it, and we are doing reading for 24 hours. I am very excited. I'm nervous to do this. However, I will say there will be two conditions that I am allowing myself to have because, well, I guess technically three, that I'm allowing myself to have because I physically cannot sit down for 24 hours straight and just read in like a 24-hour period because like we have things to do. Like we have like laundry and house chores and whatever. So 3 conditions are: 1, I will be sleeping. I will not be staying awake. Not sleeping is so bad for you, like incredibly bad for you. If you want to know how bad it is, please go look up podcasts about sleep and YouTube videos about sleep and do research. Like not sleeping is so bad for you. Even like the fact of like 15 minutes of not getting the proper amount of sleep is so bad for you. So please get your proper sleep. So I will be sleeping. I'll just pause my timer in the middle while I sleep. 2, I will allow myself to listen to audiobooks on this because if I need to, let's say, clean the kitchen, which is something that will need to happen today, I want to be able to clean the kitchen, but I don't want it to take away from my time. I don't have to pause it. So I'm going to let myself listen to audiobooks. In my week, like my switching screen time video, I didn't allow myself to do audiobooks, but in such a long period of time, I will. So I'm allowing that. And number 3 is that this weekend is Easter. So we do have some plans this weekend. So I do think that this is going to carry on through like 2 full days, just with like how much you have to like pause your video and stuff, or your timer and stuff. So we do have an Easter lunch planned with Austin's family tomorrow, which is Saturday. So if I am still reading by then, which I likely will be, I will just pause it and then continue when we get back. So that is all. That is the extent of the rules, which isn't too bad. Ellie girl was playing under her tunnel that whole time, so if you could hear the rustling, that's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the books that we have on the docket today. So I actually am not in the middle of any books, which is crazy. Normally I'm like always in the middle of like multiple. Right now I am literally in the middle of 0 books. I finally got my like current reads down to 0. So we have a list of books here that I have picked out, but also I had the help of some friends pick out for me. So I have some books here. I'm going to show you guys. I have 6 books picked out. I do not think I'm going to be able to read 6 in 24 hours. However, 1, you never know. But 2, I just want to have some like options because if I'm looking at my entire bookshelf, I'll be like this forever. So it took some time. I thought about, okay, what kind of books do I feel like reading right now? I'm a huge mood reader. So if I had like all one specific book picked out, like one specific genre picked out, I would be like, I do not feel like reading this right now. So that is why I have a bunch of different genres. So we have picked out The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I have read the first 2 books in the series and I finally am like, okay, I need to pick this series up again. And I feel like everybody says when you read this one third, this is where things really start to like, you really get involved in the story. So I think I'm going to want to start this at some point, but I feel like I want to not start with this book. I want to like maybe pick this up second or maybe third. But yeah, so we have the Assassin's Blade. Let me put them here. Perfect. Okay. Then we have a nice little fluffy romance. This is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I love The Love Hypothesis. And this book, I feel like, is going to be the exact same book, essentially, just different characters. So I feel like I'm kind of into that. I feel like maybe that's a good way for me to start this challenge, because I will start with something I know that I love. And then it'll just kind of like I'll just like pick up right where like I need to pick up, and I'll just be like really fastly reading a book. So that's what this one is. This is like, it's like a girl, let me see. Yeah, basically this girl, I think she works for NASA, and then her coworker, she doesn't like, it's like enemies to lovers, girls in STEM, stuff like that. So I feel like it'll be cute little read. So we have that one. This one, now we're going again, different topic, but we have A Good Girl. Wait, what is this one? Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I read that first book, I think 2 years ago now. And I just haven't, like, I was content with just reading the one because I was like, I don't really know. And then I picked this one up at Target like a long time ago because it was on like a really good deal. I think it was like $7 or something. So I was like, I will pick this one up and then maybe one day I'll want to read it. And today, maybe that day. So this is about Pip, and again, it's a second book in a series, so I don't really want to like say too much what it's about, but it's more of like the first one was a murder mystery, so I feel like this one's gonna be the same. My friend Claire also recommended me to put this one in my grouping, and she said that this one's like podcast format, so it's probably one that you're gonna read really quickly, and the first one I read really quickly, so this one will be a good one. You'll be able to see, I picked a lot of ones that I was like, I'm going to read this really quick because I want to try and read as many books as I can. Next one up, we have tried and true, Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. This book is on my list of books that I need to read because this is my only Emily Henry book I have not read. And I really want to read this before Funny Story comes out because I just want to. I don't know. I just have this personal vendetta that I want to read this before Funny Story comes out. But this is basically about like two friends that were best friends and then they kind of fall apart and then they kind of go on one last hurrah. And it's like, I feel like it switches between current day and past and present. I'm not 100% sure about that though, so don't quote me. But yeah, a lot of people say that this is their least favorite Emily Henry book, which made me hesitate to put it on this grouping. However, like I love even the books that I don't love by Emily Henry, I still love them. So I put it on here just in case, but it might not get read. Okay, we're down to the final two. This one, Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This one I've had on my shelf for a really long time. I've just never picked it up because I was always like nervous because people would always say on TikTok, like, oh, I cried, I sobbed, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I just don't know if I want to really like cry today. But my sister-in-law Katelyn said that this was really good. She just read it. She ate it up. She said it was so good, so cheesy, like really quick read. So she's like, I feel like this is a good one to put on your list. So this is the one. Again, I think this is like childhood friends to lovers, but like they also have like kind of a falling out at some point, something like that. So, and then the final one that I added, this one might be a little bit ambitious. However, this is on my list of books that I want to read for 2024. And I feel like if I can get into it, this one will be a quick read. But it is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I'm just nervous because sometimes literary fictions I read really slow. However, I feel like this one is an easy read in the sense of like it's it's just like kind of like these two kids and they're building a video game and I think there's a little bit of a romance in here, but like not a huge plot of romance. But anyway, I kind of was like, I feel like maybe this could be the time to read it because I'm forcing myself to sit down and read. So I might just be like, okay, you just got to get into it. So I added this one to my list. So this is my big stack Let me pull them all over here. All right. This is, whoa. This is the big stack of books that I have to read for our challenge. Now, I'm stuck between, just going through that quickly, I feel like I'm between wanting to read Love on the Brain by Ellie Hazelwood or Good Girl, Bad Blood. This one, like I said, it's kind of like tried and true. I already know I like this type of story, so this could be good. 350 pages, which really isn't that bad, and the writing is like pretty, like good size, spaced out well. And then this one is 397. Yeah, 397. But it is a young adult, so it does read fast. And things like this are in this book. So you have like text conversations, you have like, again, like it's like a podcast format. So it's like the just talking points, like it's just dialogue. It's just like things like that. So I feel like that will make it easier to read. And I feel like I'm kind of drawn towards this one. So I think I'm actually going to start with this. So this is the first book I'm going to read. I am so nervous, but so excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. So we're going to start with this one. I'm going to get all cozy on my couch. I will say I am making bread today. So I have to make sure I can like have 2 different timers going, because I am making bread, but then I'm also doing this. But the bread quite literally takes no time, and I am going to pause my timer when I have to go do things for the bread. So, all right, let's jump in. I'm going to keep these here to be my little trophy army thing, you know, the prize that you want to watch when you're reading. And we're going to get comfy on the couch, and we are going to start Good Girl, Bad Blood. I'm going to keep saying A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, just so you know, but Good Girl, Bad Blood. We are starting. Here we go. We are starting the timer now. Here we go. Just about 2 hours in. I have like 24 minutes left for 2 hours, you know what I mean? I probably could have said that a better way, but
an hour and a half.
Anyway, yeah, we're about an hour and a half. And I'm tired already. I'm on page 76. It's picking up already. At first it was slower at the beginning because I was trying to remember who all the characters were, because there are a lot of characters in this story. But it's very quickly changed into a new plot point. I was nervous it was just going to follow the last plot point, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be into this, but it is a new kind of mystery that she's figuring out. So we're getting into the meat and potatoes. She's starting her interview, so it's a lot of like interview type writing, which does like go by really quickly. So here we go. We're going to start the timer again. I've also been pausing it every time I have to go do my stretch and folds. I just have to do my last one in 30 minutes, and then I'm going to be reading for like fully like 5 hours straight. So here we go. Starting the timer. I always get nervous I'm going to hit the end button when I do that. Okay, starting now. Had a brief eyeball brain break We are at, ignore the top timer, the bottom timer is what we're going on. And it's currently paused. We're at 20 hours and 47 minutes. So 3 hours, 15 minutes basically, right? I made myself a little snack bowl. So I have 2 mini cucumbers, some cheese curds, some goldfish crackers, and some mini eggs. Very nutritious. But I need some like treats, but I'm about halfway through. I'm on page 170 and it's going quick now. It's like, this is exactly the pace that I needed. It's just like the first one, not the same, like not the same like plot points, but like it's very quick and it's very just like she's trying to figure out what has happened. There's a guy that's gone missing and she's trying to figure it out. So I'm trying to do these all no spoiler, and I just don't know how to do no spoiler without like completely spoiling, so I'm trying my best. But yeah, so I'm having my little snack while I read. I'm gonna start the timer again. I just needed a break to like get up, move around for a minute. But I think my plan is I'm gonna read for another like hour or so, because it's 10:43 right now. I'm gonna read for about another hour, and then I'm going to probably put in an audiobook and clean the kitchen, just because I kind of want like a little bit of a break, but I still want to like keep listening. So I forgot to mention at the beginning, I said I wasn't in the middle of any books, but I actually am. I'm in the middle of an audiobook right now. I'm currently reading the Inheritance Games. So I'm 2 hours and 51 minutes into the Inheritance Games. So I probably won't want to listen to too much of an audiobook, because I really want to try and just like get through whole books in this video. So I really probably will only end up listening to like 2 to 4 hours probably total of an audiobook, which won't like let me finish it, but at least it makes me be able to move while still kind of keeping the timer going, so I'm not like doing this challenge forever. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into the book again. We've been all nice and snuggly here. All my friends. Cooper's here. Ellie's been bouncing around between the couches. I have this is Sunny, my jelly cat. And we're just all hanging out, reading some books. I need a juicy cucumber. I'm gonna get comfy. Start my book again. Here we go. Let's start the timer. Okay, quick update. Hello. It's about 7 minutes to 12. I have about 19, and I think it's, oh, okay. It's about 11:54. I have 19 minutes and 19 hours, 38 minutes left on my timer. I just paused it. We are pretty far into the book. I'm on page 261, and there's only 397 pages, I think. Is that what I said? Yeah, 397. So more than halfway through. It's really going fast now, and I'm really enjoying it. I love this kind of like Nancy Drew type book. Like I love like some type of mystery, like investigation type. I just listened to another one of like a book similar in like an investigation type thing on audio, and I really enjoyed it. So I feel like this is like one of my favorite genres, which is just like random, I feel like, but I really love it. So right now I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna listen to my audiobook while I clean up the kitchen. I shouldn't be too long. I feel like maybe 30 minutes total, like not even, but I just do want to keep the timer going because I don't want to be, you know, taking like all this extra time to not be reading, and I kind of want to get through my audiobook. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just going to put that on, listen to that for a bit, and then clean the kitchen, and then I will get back to this because I really want to finish this. I'm hoping to finish this by like 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30. I don't know how much longer it's gonna take me. I'm really bad for judging time of books, so because it really just depends. Like if I'm really into it, I read really fast, but if I'm not so much, then I don't read as fast. So either way, hoping to finish this by like 2:30. And then I'll have another book started, and hopefully at that point I can read till like 10 o'clock tonight, and then that would be like what, another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'd be another like 8 hours. I probably could finish a second book. So we will see. We'll get to that when we get to that, but for now, time to tidy the kitchen and listen to Inheritance Games.
There was a pause. Maybe don't. This is a lot, Eve. Are you okay?
All right, the kitchen is clean. I also vacuumed basically all of downstairs because I kind of got carried away, but it's fine. I listened to my audiobook that whole time, so now our timer is at 18 minutes, 59 seconds. What?
18 hours.
Oh yeah, I keep doing that. I've done that so many times. 18 hours and 59 seconds, so I was just cleaning for about 30-ish minutes. But we're going to sit here. Austin's downstairs. He's going to make us some lunch. And I'm going to keep going on this. I have about 100 and something pages left. I'm on page 261 and there is 390 something. 397. So what? How many pages do I have? I'm on 261 and there's 397. 6, 7, 8, 9. Like 130 pages left. So hopefully in 2 hours. So right around like 2:30, which is what I wanted. So here we go. Let's go. Done. Book number 1. What's the timer at? 17 hours and 20 minutes. It is 2:30, 2:24. Exactly the right time. I'm gonna take a minute, collect myself, go to the bathroom, change my battery, and then we will start our next book. Woohoo! Okay, so I picked my next read. We are going to read People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I picked this one because I'm in it now. Like I'm in the reading. So like the last one was so entertaining, and it was like I was reading so fast by the end of it. I feel like I have this momentum, so I'm like, I feel like this will be okay because this one I've started before. Oh, look at that right here. And I got to page 7 and I was just like, can't continue reading. So I feel like now that I have like a little bit more momentum behind me, I'll be able to read this a little bit quicker. So here we go. Let's start. Oh, I don't forget to start my timer. Okay, it is, what time is it? 4 o'clock. I have 16, it's not dinner yet, Ellie. I have 16 hours and 4 minutes left on my timer. I'm reading a little slower, I can tell, with this book. However, I'm like eating it up already. Emily Henry she just has the best writing. Like, she just makes you laugh and she makes you like instantly love your characters, and I just love her. Ellie, it's not dinner. Got a lot to say now, don't ya? Anyways, I need to start prepping my sourdough. I need to like pull it apart and stretch it and fold it and do all the things and like prep it for the fridge. So I'm gonna actually just do that now. It'll probably take me a total of like 30 minutes to do. So I'm honestly just gonna kind of do it for a minute. I was going to listen to an audiobook for 30 minutes, but I'm like, honestly, I rather would just try and like get as much reading done in my time as I can. So when I need to take these breaks, I'll just pause my thing. So I'm just going to do this quickly. And then once this is done, I'll get back to reading. I think I'm on page 64. I think that's where I just stopped. 69. I'm on page 69, about to start chapter 8. Okay, quick little update. Sorry, these are like all in the same location. This is just truly the best place that I can read. So, because I have my ambient sounds on, I have all my cozy lights on. Eventually I'll turn the rest of them on. Just right now, I only have the hue light on the TV because it's not dark enough yet for me to turn all the other lights on. But quick little update. I just grabbed some mini eggs because I needed a little pick me up. It is 5:56, 5:57, and I have 15 hours and 11 minutes left. I'm currently on page 119. So again, I'm reading this slower, I feel like, but I'm eating it up. Sorry, I shouldn't be chewing and talking at the same time. Yeah, reading it slower, but definitely eating it up. Kind of love it. Yeah, I don't know. People say that this is like their least favorite Emily Henry book, which made me nervous to pick it up, which is why I've taken so long to read it. But it's so good. So like so far at least. I don't know, maybe towards the end it's kind of like, oh, that kind of sucks, but I don't know. So far it's good. So anyway, Austin just ordered pizza, so we're gonna have pizza soon. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading as long as I can. And we'll just see how far I get. I'm really hoping to finish this today though, and then possibly start book number 3. So just keeping going. Also, I realized I never like actually talked about Good Girl Bad Blood when I finished it. I think at the end of the video I'm going to talk about all my books and give them all ratings, because I feel like that will be fun to like summarize them at the end. But let's go. Okay, just pausing my little video I have on. Oh, I can't even pause it, I gotta mute it. Okay, literally don't remember the last time I updated you. I think it was before we had pizza. I'll tell you, I'm running out of steam. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. It's 8 o'clock and I have 13 hours and 39 minutes left on my timer. I am currently on page I'm on page 201. That's pretty good. I'm more than halfway through. Well, basically like exactly half, or yeah, just a little more than halfway through. But I think what I'm gonna do, because it's 8 o'clock now, I think I'm gonna read until 9, and then I'm gonna go upstairs and run a bath, and then I'm gonna keep reading in the bath, because if you watched my week of reading, I read the best in the bath. So I think I'm going to do that, but I just want to get like a little bit, like I want to go a little bit longer, because once I get in the bath and it's hot, I get pretty sleepy because I get all warm. So I just want to try and read a little bit more. I really want to finish this book by today, and I think I will. But yeah, that's the goal. Okay, I'm going to sign off here and keep reading. 1 more hour and then I will check in again. Okay, wow, I look tired. Change of plans. Obviously, I said I was gonna stop reading at 9, but I just couldn't stop. So it is now 10:19. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was. I have 11 hours and 29 minutes left, so I'm past the halfway mark. Just finished People Meet on Vacation. Good. Again, I'm going to talk about all the books at the end. However, I am going to go upstairs and have a bath. I'm tired, so this might not be the best idea because I might go like fall asleep after, but that's okay. I'm just trying to stay up as long as I can. I'm not pushing myself. I'm just going to stay up until I'm like super tired and need to go to bed. But I need to pick my next book. And on the docket, I have 2 romance books. I have The Assassin's Blade, and I have Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I feel like I want to pick up The Assassin's Blade. I feel like it's so different from the 2 I just read, but I was nervous to pick up a romance book after reading a thriller or a mystery, and it turned out well for me, so we're gonna try. Starting The Assassin's Blade at 10 o'clock at night while I am like starting to get very sleepy may not also be a great idea, but it's okay. Because they always don't make sense anyways. Like, you know, new fantasy books always don't make sense, and I'm already kind of in the world, so it's already a series that I'm starting to like, so I feel like it'll be fine. So we're gonna do it. I'm gonna grab The Assassin's Blade and we're gonna go upstairs and get in the bath and read, and I will just read until I am tired, and then we will stop the timer for the night. I will go to sleep, and then I'll get up at my like regular time, which is pretty early anyways, but regular time get up, and we will just continue reading until this timer is done. Okay, big change of plans. I literally was in the bath for like 20 minutes, and absolutely I was like falling asleep while I was in the bath, which is very dangerous. So I'm coming to bed, and I'm stopping for today. I am at look at that, 11 hours and 11 minutes left, and I'm going to bed. It's 11 o'clock. Excuse me. And I'm going to sleep. I'm freaking tired. I've been up since 5:30, and I'm just a little bit exhausted. I feel like, you know, when you get so tired that you just start feeling nauseous, because that's how I'm feeling. So I'm pulling the plug. I'm pulling the plug for today. I got 17 pages into The Assassin's Blade. I feel like I need to watch a video reminding me of what happened in the first 2 books, because I finished them. When did I finish them? In December. Well, I finished the first one like I think in November, and then I finished the second one in December. So I just like really have not a huge recollection of like details that happened, and I don't remember if this book is like technically before those 2 or like after. Like I can't remember why I'm reading it in a certain order, so I think I'm gonna watch a video tomorrow morning before I start reading, just so I can remind myself like what is going on, because I'm a little bit lost, but I also just might be exhausted, so that's probably also a fair assumption to make. Anyway, I'm going to sleep. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna try and get up for like 6, so we shall see what happens. I'm gonna actually set an alarm for 6 o'clock. There we go. Okay, 6 a.m. alarm is set, and I'm going to sleep. I'm so tired. Okay, good night. See you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day, Saturday, and I slept in a little bit. I was hoping to be up by like, what's that noise? I was hoping to be up, sorry if you can hear the cat crunching. She's eating her breakfast. I was hoping to be up around like 6:30, and I did sleep in. However, it's 7:12, and I still have plenty of time to do my reading. So I'm gonna start reading now. I'm just baking bread this morning because I prepped it all yesterday, so it just has to bake today, which will take like a couple seconds for me to just like put it in the oven today. But yeah, the only hiccup that we're gonna run into today with the reading is that I'm going to Austin's mom's for lunch today. Excuse me, not just me, Austin's coming as well. But we're going to Austin's mom's for lunch today, and I just don't know what time and I don't know how long, because we're also helping his sister move into her new apartment a little bit today. They're not like fully moving in today, but they're like moving some stuff over, and we're just gonna go look at it. So I don't really know how long we're gonna be there for, so I'm hoping it's not too long, and I'm hoping that we can get like a good chunk of reading this morning, and then we'll probably just take a couple hours, and then we will come back and finish this up. I would have rather not have had to have it broken up, but I knew that risk came with filming this over Easter weekend. So yeah, anyway, okay, let's start reading. I want to just start getting through this as fast as I can. We have 11 hours and 11 minutes left on the clock, so I'm gonna start this and try to really dive in. Also, last night before I went to bed, I did watch a recap of Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight, so I do remember everything that's going on. Oh, but I wanted to look up, I think this is set technically before, but I need to double check. Okay, yeah, this is 1.5 years before Throne of Glass, so good to know. Okay, we're gonna start now. So 11 minutes and 11 hours 11 minutes starting now. Okay, it is 9 o'clock. I'm at, oh wait, gotta pause it. 9 hours, 49 minutes left. I just finished the first novella in this book. If you don't know The Assassin's Blade, it's four novellas, I think, in the one book. So just finished this one. So technically now I'm on page 79. Yeah, 79. I will also say I read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and then The Assassin's Blade, and I liked reading it that way. Like, I like reading this now knowing what I know from the first two books. Like, I don't think I would be as invested in the characters. I don't think I would be as invested in the characters if I read this one first. That's my thoughts. Austin described it, because I was explaining it to him. He described it as like Star Wars. Like, if you watch the original trilogy and then you go back and you watch the prequels and then you go, like, it feels like that way because you're going into a flashback.
The Darth Vader Anakin arc.
Yeah. In a way. Like, not to that extent, but in that kind of idea.
That's how my simple brain understood it.
That idea. So anyways, starting the second novella now. Starting the timer. There we go.
Nice.
Okay. It is 11:15, and I am 7 hours and 47 minutes left in my challenge. But we do have to go into town now. So I made it to page 188. I'm almost done the third novella in the book. I'm like just under halfway, but I have to get up now and go get ready, which shouldn't take long, and then we're leaving probably in like 30-ish minutes. So going to do that. I might bring my book and just read in the car. It's not that long of a drive, like it's only like 20 minutes of a drive. I don't really read great in the car, so I don't know, maybe I won't, but I was just thinking like maybe I could. But just with the timing, I'm glad I've picked this up to read it during the challenge, because like it's forcing me to sit down and read it. And it's kind of nice to do that with fantasy books, because sometimes you just have to power through and read them, especially with, like, when you don't know 100% what's going on. But it is like, I am reading a lot slower because I'm just taking more in while I read this. Like, it's not, you can't like read like how you read like a romance book or like a mystery or whatever. Like, you kind of just like, you really have to take in all the words, and I like reread a lot, so definitely not reading as fast. However, I should finish this in like probably 5-ish more hours, I think, because I'm almost at page 200. There's 400 and I think there's 410 pages or 420 something pages, 24, 25, anyway. So we will see how long this takes me, and then I think I'm gonna finish off with one of my romances. I don't think I'd start tomorrow, and tomorrow I think I would read, I'm probably gonna read Love and Other Words. I think it's very similar to People We Meet on Vacation, I feel like, because it's like that childhood lover, friends to lovers type deal. But anyway, we'll probably end off on one of the romance books, and I won't be able to finish it, but at least we'll start it. So anyways, I'm gonna go now, get ready, and then I will touch base with you guys again when I sit down to finish this challenge. Hopefully we'll be home by like 3 or 4, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'll be done around like probably 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock tonight. So let's go. Okay, hello everyone. It is a very while later, and we now are home for the evening. So we went out to Austin's mom's, we went for lunch, and then we actually walked over to Austin's sister's new apartment. She's moving into her new apartment. She got the keys this weekend, but they're technically moving in next weekend, so we just went there to check out the place. We came home. We actually stopped by the thrift store quickly just to have a peek, and we actually did get a couple things, but I will save that for a regular vlog. But now we are home, and we are going to finish our reading challenge. Only thing is that, let me set you guys up here. I'm changing spots. I'm gonna sit by the window today, or like this afternoon, and see how I like this little reading area. But we have 7 minutes, oh my god, I keep saying that, 7 hours, 47 minutes left. Currently, I am on page 189, just about to start chapter 8 of the 3rd novella in Assassin's Blade. It is currently 4:45 right now, so this will put me to like what, like 1 o'clock. I will not be staying up till 1. So I think what's gonna happen, I'm gonna read until I'm tired again, same as I did yesterday, and then whenever I'm like, okay, I'm done, I'm gonna put it away, and then I'll probably have like 2 to 3 hours to finish up tomorrow morning. So longer than I anticipated, but it's okay. I kind of knew that the little things were gonna happen because we had to go out and I wanted to sleep, blah, blah, blah. So that's fine, but we're gonna start reading now. I'm gonna get all set up and cozy, and hopefully I will be able to just like power through the rest of this in the next sitting here, and then I will update you guys when I'm done. Okay, it is seriously hilarious to me how slowly I read fantasy books. I love them, but I read them so slow. I don't know the exact time it took me to read this, but basically it is 8:57, so almost 9 o'clock, and I have 3 hours and 40 minutes left on my timer. And I literally just finished the Assassin's Blade. Again, I'm gonna give my reviews of everything at the end. Yeah, I feel like if you're wanting to read this series, I would highly recommend reading this 3rd. I really, really would. Makes more sense timeline-wise to read it first. However, I feel like you would not care about anything that was going on in here if you read this first. So, anyways. Yeah, okay. But we're picking the next book. I only have 3 hours, 40 minutes. I will not finish this book. I do not think. I don't think there's any way I will, but I'll at least start it, and hopefully I get like maybe halfway through. But we are starting Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I figured I'd pick a quick, easy romance, fluffy romance read. I really do want to read this, honestly, because my sister-in-law, Katelyn, said she really liked it, and she also wants to know what I think of it. So I'm like, if I don't read it now, I don't know when I'm going to read it. So here we are. This is also one of the books on my books I want to read for the year. So we're knocking out 3. That's crazy. I think 3 of these books on this list were ones from the ones I wanted to read this year. So if you want to try this yourself, like the 24-hour challenge, you might be able to knock some books out. But I'm going to start the timer, and we're going to go, and we will see what happens. Here we go. Yay! I did it. It's 12:40. I'm so tired. I still need to take my makeup off. But we did it. We made it to page 211 in this book, which honestly is pretty good considering how slow I was reading the last one. I'm just over halfway. But I'm going to recap all the books, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm not doing it right now. So I will do a little recap at the end tomorrow. You're going to see it in 2 seconds, but I am now going to bed. But I did it. I read for 24 hours. Holy. All right, it is the next day. I'm just going to quickly go over the books that I read, give some ratings and reviews, let you guys know what I thought of them, and we're going to wrap up this video. So, first book of the video we read is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. So this is the second book in a 3-part series. The first book I honestly read probably 2 years ago. I was totally content to just leave it, but I was like, maybe I'll just read this one because it's going to be a quick read. It's a young adult. Basically, it's about, like I said, it's the second part to a series. So at the beginning of the book, it kind of touch on what happens at the last book, and then it goes into a whole new plot point. So basically, this girl has like a podcast, and she's updating on her podcast about the trial of the last murder mystery situation that she figured out, and then she's also discussing a new case of a boy who's currently missing, like at the time. I gave this one 4 stars. I really liked it. I thought it was a really good job. It was enough of the same of the last book that is in this series, like the first book. But there was still new elements to it that made it feel like it wasn't just like a complete repeat of the last book. But I thought this one's really good. The humor in it's really funny. Like I love the characters in this book. And yeah, if you haven't read the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, I would recommend. I'm definitely going to read the last one now because this one did kind of end on a cliffhanger, so you really do need to read the last one to kind of figure out what's going on. But yeah, 4 stars, really enjoyed it. Good way to start. Then, moving on to People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. This is the last Emily Henry book that I needed to read other than like her YA books that she has. But this is basically about these 2 best friends. They every summer go on a vacation together, and at some point their like last vacation that they went on, something happened and they hadn't talked for 2 years, and then the girl, Poppy, she decides to call up Alex, the guy, one summer and say like, let's do another vacation again. And they kind of picked up where they left off, but they also were kind of like looming about, oh, this last trip that we went on, things happened, whatever. So it's like you're flipping back and forth between present day, and then you're actually flipping back on all their previous vacations together. It was really fun. I love Emily Henry's style of writing. She just does this really good job of like basically making it feel like it's a literary fiction, but with enough romance in there that you're kind of like in that, like you're hooked because it's the romance aspect. This one is a little bit predictable. You kind of know what's going to happen, especially in all these kind of like, they were best friends and then they had a falling out, but they secretly love each other, blah, blah, blah. So kind of predictable, but I did end up giving this 4.5 stars because I love Emily Henry so much. She is like easily my favorite author. Every time I read a book by her, it's like easily my favorite. And this one in my Emily Henry ranking is going 3rd. Everybody says that this is like their least favorite Emily Henry book, but I was actually really, really impressed with it. I really liked it. Yeah, 4.5 stars. Then we read The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This one, okay, this one is where I really, really slowed down. It's definitely a bigger book. However, it's just like fantasy books are so difficult to read sometimes, where you're like learning these people's names, and like this one is the 3rd, I read it as the 3rd in this series, but you like it's a prequel to the first 2 basically, so it's like you're flipping back in time. So like some of the characters you know, but most of them you don't. So you're still learning who these people are. You're learning about the different areas that she's in. It's 4 different, or no, I think it's 5 different like short stories essentially in one bigger story, which I kind of liked. I kind of liked the like smaller bits, but it was really good. I gave this one 4 stars. I really liked it. I feel like if I read this first, I wouldn't have liked it as much. So I'm really glad that I saved it for 3rd in the series. And I'm excited to continue on the series this year. So nice. And then the last I will add in, because I did not finish this in this book. I am more than halfway through though. I definitely feel like I'm going to finish it today. Or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But I can already tell this is going to be a 5-star read. I kind of wish that I read this before The Assassin's Blade, because I feel like I would have been able to get both done, and I would have been able to finish all 4 books if I had read this one first, because I am flying through this one. It helps that the pages are pretty small, and then like the writing is pretty big with big spaces, so you flip faster. But this is again one of those like childhood best friends to lovers to there's some type of falling out. You're fast forwarding, you're flipping back and forth between then and now, of about 15, like starting out at 15 years later and then fast forwarding to now. And yeah, I have already cried while reading this book in a part that wasn't sad. It was just like, I don't know why I cried. I don't know why I cried, but I definitely get that 5-star feeling already with this book. So I'm tentatively giving it 5 stars for now. Who knows? Maybe something's going to crazy happen at the end and I'm going to be like, okay, never mind. That's like 4 or a 3. But so far right now, 5-star rating. Love this. Can't wait to finish it. Okay, that is the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you like these book challenge type videos. I think they're fun because it really proves to me like how much I actually can read in a certain amount of time. Like some of those books I was reading in like 6 hours. So I really am like, you can set aside 6 hours in a week or even in a weekend to read a full book. So it's very good. I like doing the challenge. I'm happy with the books I picked out for the challenge. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.